Good morning. Thank you for joining me for Posture in the Morning. Today, I would like you to have a chair that is set up to be your knee height when you sit on it. So it shouldn't be any higher or lower than your knees. Grab your pillow, place it between your legs, toes pressed down, sit up really tall in your hips, don't lean on your chair at all. And then keeping your toes pressed, squeeze your block. 2-3 seconds, and then relax. And we're just gonna do it like 30 times. One of the reasons that this is such a great exercise for your body is that it utilizes both of your hip flexors. Your hip flexors attach to your entire lower back in the front and go through your pelvis into your leg bone, your femur. If your hip flexors are imbalanced or dysfunctional, they can cause a lot of stress on your lower back and your hips and change the way your legs are swinging when you're walking and eventually lead to knee pain and all sorts of other problems like that. So by taking a pillow or a block and squeezing it between your knees, you're tricking your body into making an equal engagement with both of your hip flexors, especially if your big toe is pressed down to the ground. Very valuable. Okay, that's good for now. Set your block beside you, and we're gonna get our strap. Place it over your legs, just over your knees on your thighs with about one fist of space between your knees, just like that. A little bit smaller. And then we're gonna get into the same position, sitting up really tall. You can give your strap an extra wrap if you want for stability. And then you're gonna sit up very tall on your waist, toes press, and press out on your strap very firmly for 2 or 3 seconds, and relax. And because our legs are trapped in this strap, our body again is going to be tricked into creating an equal amount of force. And every time you press, using that equal engagement of the muscles will pull your pelvis into a more neutral position, because bones just do what muscles tell them to. So if you can engage your muscles very evenly, you can expect your bones to position themselves very evenly. This is also a great way to sit. I know many of us are working from home now, and if you can sit like this with a strap on, your femurs will be supported, your pelvis will be supported, and it will become difficult to slouch and comfortable to sit. Another benefit is that the nervous system activity in your legs won't leave. If you just sit down regular after about 20 minutes, the blood flow, nervous system activity in your legs basically shuts off. If you have a strap around your legs, you're constantly getting a little bit of stimulation to your lower body. So your brain isn't going to forget that. Your legs won't go to sleep. And if you ever get bored, you can just press on it and then you're exercising. And you can't say that you didn't exercise today. Everybody should exercise a little bit every day, even just for a second. I read recently that even 4 seconds of intense exercise is enough to upregulate your body. Your systems are always up and down regulating depending on how they're used. If you don't need it, you won't have it for very long. Okay, that's good on the strap. All right, now let's cross our leg over onto our other thigh, and we're going to sit up extremely tall. And you can press your knee down using your hip, and we're going to do some big foot circles. Now, this is a great position to look at your foot and watch your toes curl and spread intensely. throughout the motion. Spreading around the top, curling around the bottom, and that's the way the foot goes round. Happy little exercises. And switch directions. Sitting up as tall as you can. And then we're going to switch our feet, crossing our leg over the other way, pressing your knee down, sitting up extremely tall, and doing some foot winding. Curling around the top, spreading around the top, curling around the bottom. Your feet actually have just as many nerve endings as your hands. So if you aren't stimulating your feet and keeping them in hard shoes or foot deprivation chambers, then your nervous system in your feet will downregulate. Your feet will become stiff. They will become less willing to follow your commands. And ultimately your back and your whole body will be less supported because your body is being starved of that precious sensory information related to your balance and the ground you're walking on. By wearing wide, flat, thin shoes, you can provide a lot more stimulation to your feet and ultimately make yourself a healthier individual. Switch directions with your circles, spreading around the top, curling around the bottom. Fantastic. I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute for our next exercise activity. I'm going to have you put your block between your knees, interlace your fingers, push your palms away, and attempt to reach straight up in the air. Just holding your block lightly, looking right at your thumbs, sitting up tall, taking extremely deep breaths, exhaling fully each time, and holding on to it for 1 minute. Great job. Thanks for joining me today for Posture in the Morning. I hope you guys have a really nice day, and I'll see you next time.